Yes, it was. Band kettles for security guys. One was little shatters in the cabins, wasn't it? No, I think the mice is up there. I like a little bit of animals. It's a good animal story.
Animal chicanery.
Chicanery, you can't say it.
You can carry on paying. I won't wait.
Nice running around.
My old time phrase, you know this, it's wings.
Chinese.
Yeah, cylinders of zesty promises.
Parcels.
Cylinders of joy.
Cylinders of joy, that's it.
It's absolutely tremendous. Zesty promises. Oh my god. It's cylinders of joy as well. Which wings did he go to, Kurt? You can go there. You can't hold it like
That's one way you say to the dress, I ain't doing that.
What was it? Eating there?
Well, Van Gaal lived there, didn't he?
I did it.
Yeah. Van Gaal was always going there.
Right. So I've never been there. In San Francisco, it's like, what's it called? It's a really beautiful place. Anyway, yeah. So you work the football team today,
Earthquake.
I always say the same thing.
Just look at the girl, didn't he?
Why?
Was it white?
Yeah, you have to get married for a green card. You got married.
Oh, maybe
It lasted, surprise, it lasted.
Follow online.
I think so, yeah. Well, they have to get married to get a green card.
It's a conundrum.
And then, possibly, I know, but she found, like, resistance. I think so. I don't know the full story, don't quote me on that, but I think so. Yeah, I'll do.
Oh, here we are.
Here we are.
That should be a fine. That should be a club fine.
Why?
Christmas
Statement that you're trying to make here.
Maybe not. What age?
This is excellent. It's coordinated. I wondered, you should have done a little fix on that. That would have been very good. Horrible.
Yeah.
If only you had a social media thing for fun.
Yeah, that's it's taken 27 years and I've not got far with that.
Sorry.
Not worrying well.
I
know. No, that would be great. Exactly.
How many scored in that one?
How do you mean? I don't think Wigan have quite stretched to the Christmas jumper edition yet.
I'm wearing my
What team was in? I think they were like
Although I'm not seeing him in Amrit, but he dropped the missile. He was comfortable. Yeah, maybe he's missed the family support. Yeah, he was fluid. I'm not seeing him in Amrit.
in what way?
Yeah, that's right. It might be Forest or very genteel, gentlemen, the old school.
No.
I've got a couple in my locker.
Yeah, I'm just sort of children and then stand away. Yeah.
Everybody goes really
Spending his money.
toes up under a roof.
Quite a few.
And this will all be available. And salty.
Leaky roof is there. Ceilings. Electrics there. Well, it's still there to me. Is that right? Did it keep on? Yeah. I'm ready for that.
That was very successful last sentence.
I actually mentioned you by name this morning on radio, so
Hashtag first world problems. I had a drop of water.
Well, you're going to sit there while
I
it's
know.
waving on.
Listen, I'm with you. They nearly took out Lord Pudsey.
It's unbelievable. Speak of the mice. Hashtag pray for the mice.
There's one that doesn't
ease the income whilst lowering the output. That's all right. Oh, I understand. Yeah.
I do see that.
It's easy just to sack 250 sats on an average basis.
Conversation of how then, you know what I mean?
In an Aston Martin,
Yeah.
1927. He's saying, I understand fans' concerns and the matches. I'm not I just think so he's thinking about in the desert, I think $600,000, £500,000 car. In the same to illustrate how big United are. So divorced from reality. Become so divorced and immune to reality. But I think that's a broken story to tell for that reason. I'm a Manchester lad, I'm a working class man.
He tried to buy the Chelsea.
Yeah, and to be fair, Nick asked him that in the interview.
Did he?
He said, oh, we're just looking at opportunities we didn't think United would be for sale. Despite the fact they were obviously for sale and happened something else as well.
Well, he agrees.
Got two legs.
Yeah. Please let me tell a story. Please let me tell a story that just belted off. Yeah. Laptop. This just seems to be sort of big man.
Over the years, I've got, yeah, my screen. Well, the only about sort of 4 for the
think it was quite short.
Well,
Yeah, but you don't know.
Short and sweet.
We're on and I'll be back.
I did think somebody had kind of opened a can of pop or something.
there you go, there's your opening line.
Was that the opening line?
But I don't hear a kind of opera. When you're from Yorkshire.
The payoff's coming 3 paragraphs later.
Again, we've learned from the 1960s, he's asking about whether you're courting and still drinking cans of pop.
Dandelion Burdock, I hope. Sorry.
Well, it was water, so probably not. But I got 7 up.
Only you give the sort of cinema verity account of it, you know what I mean?
Don't learn Murdoch.
You were in the room though.
Huh?
You were in the room though.
Yeah, I know, but it didn't happen to me, did it? You know what I mean?
No, but
You're the one who
you
got
didn't
rained
get-
on.
You didn't get
It's like a fucking,
better view.
it's like a fucking biblical
Well, I
film, that, wasn't it?
did wonder whether it was a toilet that was above. And it made me a bit.
Raining on your parade.
It was wonderful. People were like,
That's gone. That's Pudsy's normal state, right? Go on, Pudsy. The main streets are on the day.
very steady, straight, square jobs. Retail centres, where all retail disappeared to. Oh yeah.
On your way to where is it? Aberdeen?
Where are you living now?
What's all the paparazzi?
Keetleville.
Peterbilt. Yeah, that's what I saw it out. From my point, that is the first round. That's dissipated. Yeah, they are amazing. No, before my time. Obviously, anything that happens in the point has to be out. Come into my office first.
Few people, huh?
The hardcore.
The good ones.
Good evening, guys. Hope you're well. So for us to have mics on either side, we'll set the embargo partway through to 10:30 on Christmas Day evening, so tomorrow evening. Start with Simon, please.
Hi, Pep. Happy Christmas. I know you've defended Erling Haaland and said that your team's a better team with Erling in it, clearly, and he's one of your fit players. But he hasn't scored goals as regularly over the last couple of months within this run as he normally would. Do you sense some kind of confidence issue, or why is that?
Well, first of all, Merry Christmas for everyone, for all of you, your loved ones, of course. When it's about us, it's about not just one player. So when in the past we score goals and Evan was so prolific in helping us, it's because of the team. And when you have problems at back, in the middle, it's for everyone. It's a team. It's not about one player. It would be easy. If for just one player, the reason why, it will be easy. It's not about that. So Erling is so important for us, will be so important for us, have been, and try to do the things better, to use him better.
Just thinking, because he's such a big character and because he's delivered so often for you, he obviously has the potential to lead you out of this situation that you're in.
Listen, in this situation, this tendency for all of us, and said the reason why is this one and this one and this one. It's never not myself. So it's about us. It's about everyone. So it's not will be the analysis when I said that the guys are running and making effort more than ever. So all the tendency, because we don't run, because we don't fight, the reason why is this one, this situation, or this player, or this manager, or this. It's not about that. It's many little details or big details that make all together not as good as we were. But we have another opportunity in the Boxing Day to try and win time for the players come back, and in certain time will be better.
Hi Pep, can I just check on team news that Edison and Nunes weren't at Villa? Are they going to be okay for this one?
We train this afternoon and we'll see how many players we have available. Right now I don't know.
And do you know how severe the Stones injury is?
I said the same. Still I didn't talk with the doctors, but apparently if could not continue the second half in Villa Park, it's because we will not be ready, but we'll see.
Everton drew 0-0 at Arsenal. They drew 0-0 with Chelsea. I think it's 5 clean sheets in 6. Is breaking them down going to be the biggest challenge for you in this game?
Well, Sean Dyche always have a really good defensive structure, really good patterns, defensive, offensively, and when they are able to do it against Arsenal and Chelsea, that means they are really good, because after they have good transitions and of course set pieces, long balls, they are really, really strong. It's one of the maybe fifth in the top 5 leagues in Europe. Is one of the best in terms of clean sheets. That means that they're working really well.
Hi Pep. Talking a bit about Sean Dyche, I mean, looking back at your head-to-head, he's managed 1 draw against you in 17 meetings. Apart from that, you've won every match. What does that say about styles? Is this in some ways the perfect opponent for you, the way your teams play?
You are so kind. In that situation, they are not a perfect opponent. So it's about us, about to come back in our best, and we will take time. Still, we take time because we don't have players, but we have to get results as quick as possible. They will help us to reduce that distance of the comeback to the players. But so we are facing now the Everton, and in a good moment. But the results show it, in the performance show it, and hopefully when our people we can be consistent and to get the result.
You talk a lot about your situation managing here versus other managers and what they face. I just wonder, in this run, do you have a greater understanding of perhaps what other managers, the likes of Sean Dyche, that often have to firefight at clubs, go through these long spells without winning? Do you have a greater understanding of the challenges, I suppose, of managing in those situations, as opposed to where you normally are, the challenges of trying to win every single game and at the top of the table?
I don't need to leave the situation to admire and appreciate the challenges at every club. So every manager, when handle one club, they have one target. When Sean Dyche maybe one day is going to train in a big clubs, they have another challenges. So that doesn't mean that I don't. When he was in Burnley and now in Everton and doing what he have done, so when the targets of the club is doing a certain target, and here I give a lot of credit. So not for the fact that we won in the past. During many years, I don't give credit for the other teams what they have done. Never.
And what does Christmas Day look like for you and the players? I think Kyle Walker suggested you'd be training tomorrow for the first time in a couple of years because of the game being on Boxing Day. I mean, what's the schedule for yourself and the players over the next 24, 48 hours?
Yeah, we train today, we train tomorrow night. We stay over here and we are going to play on Boxing Day.
Will the players get any time with their families in this period?
Yeah, I have been in the families 2 days. Today we'll be at home with the families, and tomorrow we'll be in the families during the morning, and the night we'll be here. Hopefully they wanna be here because it's our job and our duty.
So then back off 10:30 on Christmas Day evening, please. Start with Joe.
Hi Pep. You've sort of said in the past that the injuries are one of the main causes for the run you've been on. Have you been able to pinpoint why there's been so many this season?
No. Yeah, basically because we didn't have training during many time, during many months. So there are some details that I have that the lack of training for many players is a lot of demanding is so high, and the body cannot sustain the amount of energy or the amount of action that you have to do when you are not well prepared. Basically, is that you have, unfortunately, the injury from Oscar or Rodri that is completely different. That the musculars normally is when you demand some effort to your body, and the body is not prepared. And prepared for just one reason: we could not have training. We were 5 players in the tour, and after the guys that come back, so the back 4, for example, or all defenders together this season, we didn't have once. We could not train once. So when players, for example, in that period, players and all together, they have 100 less training sessions than the year and the travel for combined all year in that period in November, 24th of November. So that is, I think, the reason why. So the people say, no, why injuries? It's the schedule, basically, and after, of course, many years together and lack of preparation, basically is that.
And is there a sense of, for example, with John at Aston Villa, would you prefer to give him a bit more rest before bringing him back?
I can't. Of course I would like. So normally the guys with the table massage, no train during 3-4 days, they have 2-3 training sessions that more or less is recovery for the games, and they have to play. One game it's fine. No, I had to play another one in 3 days, and 3 days another one. And at the end they felt they cannot sustain it for a much longer. This is the. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a physio, but I think, when you demand your body some amount of effort and your body is not prepared, you get injured.
Hi, Pep. Every year you've been here, you've always said that the first target is qualifying for the Champions League, and your chairman and owners are always happy and smiling when you qualify for the Champions League. How big a concern is it that the top 4 is looking, obviously not impossible, but it's looking a challenge now, a lot more so than in recent years? And what are the sort of financial risks of not qualifying for the Champions League?
Yeah, financial is an issue, of course it is, but it's not just that. When I said before, the people laugh. Yeah, it's presumptuous, It's winning the Premier League and said the Champions League is a big success. I know what it is, because it happened in the clubs in this country what many years, like they were dominant in this club, and after have been many years not qualifying for the Champions League. I think the only team have been 11 or 12 years being in Champions League this season have been Man City. Now we are in risk, of course we are. Definitely we are. So you have to get points and win games, otherwise we will not qualify for the Champions League. If you not qualify, it's because we don't deserve it. We were not prepared because we have a lot of problems and we didn't solve that problems and didn't find a way, to winning games. But of course, there are a lot of contenders to be there. For every club is so important. And right now we are out, and if not winning game, we will be out.
And can I just ask, you've always, obviously as a manager, you're always facing problems, even when things from the outside look as though they're going really easily. You face challenges and problems every day, and you've obviously always found solutions to these problems very quickly. You must have done to have so much success. I just wonder, do you ever reach a point where you wonder or fear that you can't find a solution to these problems?
No.
Is there a point where you put your hands up?
I'm so positive in that. Of course, there are doubts. Absolutely, I do the decision is not good, or what to do this, or how to do that. But I'm so positive. It's part of. So we make the ordinary the extraordinary in the past. When the people in the beginning of the season started, said, "Yeah, but I know City is going to win in November, going to win the Premier League." That with the people who think the ordinary to win when it's something extraordinary. Now it's happened, a little bit the opposite, because it's extraordinary to lose a lot of games in that happen. That some of them could not happen, or we played more than well to not happen, but it happens because there are a reason, and because I'm honest, when I have the feeling that I cannot do it, I know it's more difficult because I don't have the players. So that is simple, and some of them, okay, we cannot do it.
Hi, Pep. Obviously, you're unbelievably successful, one of the all-time greatest managers. And I know you don't want to be in this situation, don't get me wrong, but in the long run, is maybe a positive of it, it'll even improve you as a manager having to deal with this?
Yeah, of course. Of course, even when we won, I didn't take for granted that when the people say, is that? So but I didn't take for granted. So, but of course, every situation in life you make me experience and know exactly that what could have done better, what I have to do better, what you have to do better in the future.
And I get why you stick up for your players in public. You always support your players. You never. I completely understand that. But just because some of the teams you have put out recently have been quite strong, are you surprised that they, being elite players who know how to win Premier Leagues, Champions League, FA Cups, have not been able to sort this out a bit themselves? You can only do so much, right?
Will be easy for me to say that the reason why are the players.
But they're the ones playing, right? They're the team.
Yeah, I know, but it will be easy for me that. And it will be completely unfair because they try it. And they are not able, but it's happened because it's many situations that they want it and they are suffering and they want to do it, they get back. It will be easy for me that, it will be easy to clean my face. And it's easy for me to do that because they tried. We are not able to do it all together, what I said to Simon. So it's easy to say, no, the reason why is this one, is this one. There are many, many reasons. So even I could say for myself, the reason why is Pep. We have won what we have done in AG 6 to 7 and it happened. Why should it be different now? There are a lot of things for the beginning of the season that didn't went well, and most of the part is for our fault, and you have to fix it. This is the point.
And you've always talked about what a good relationship you've had with the chairman, Khaldun Al-Mubarak. Have you talked, or has he spoken to you specifically about this, just to make sure that you're sort of not feeling too isolated because it's quite a lonely job, or would he just leave you to it, or
No, every week we talk. I had incredible field support. I behave again like it happened maybe in the first season, but it was completely different. And we are both know it. So when there's a moment that something wrong happened, we're going to take a decision and happen. But I felt incredible support by him, for of course Chiqui Ferran, but especially Khaldun, and in that terms, and always said, okay, the situation is what it is, and what you have to do to get better, to improve the team, and come on, let's for the next one. Always have been positive.
Hi, Pep. Just going back to something you said before about the schedule in tomorrow. You said the players are staying over staying here before the match. How many times have you done that before, where they've stayed at the training ground?
In this season, and here, I don't know, but we play at 12:30. I don't know. Sometimes we play at 1st of January, and also we maybe at home. So it's our job. So we have to be here. We want to be here. We play at 3 or at 4:30. We'll be at home and come back as usual. But playing 2:30, always I've done in these 7 years. When we play 12:30 at home, always we stay over. But so traffic arrive or something happen in the morning can be a problem, and they will stay. So listen, it's not a big problem, Stay one day sleeping here, because we have a game and the day after. So it's not a big problem, honest.
And I think a few of the players had a little Christmas get together the other day. It's quite an English thing to think that if a team is having a bad run, nobody should have any fun and it's not allowed. Or is it a good thing from your perspective that they are still doing that sort of thing?
Listen, I want to be honest. If we are winning 10 games in a row, that would be perfect to celebrate with the families, you know that? I don't like if they go out and after they don't behave and hangover, the next day it's not happen. They were with the families, with friends, they are together to celebrate the Christmas time in the day off. They have 2-3 days before. Will not be an issue if we win, when we lose. Why not? They have families, right? They have kids. Why should be at home and nothing? They celebrate, they are healthy people, they are with their loved ones. I don't see absolutely any problem with that.
Yeah, that was sort of my point, in that, is it important from your perspective to see them still doing the normal things? Because it could be, if you're in a bad run of form, it's...
Well, yeah, the normal things for the fact that they are at home with the families in the Christmas times, of course, but we have to do more. We cannot do the same because the results is not going well. You have to do more. You have to do better. You have to do something that have done well during these years, and now it doesn't work. You have to do something else. Otherwise,
do you know what that something is?
Everyone has to do more. Simple. I have to do more, and the players have to do more. Even the uncomfortable things and difficult things, they have to do more.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We're a prince of thieves. Merry Christmas. Have loads of blue vine. All of us thieves.